come and gone, and we did some really fun things, as you will have seen in the little clip that I put at the beginning of this video. I showed some of the one of the days where we went out and did a bunch of Christmassy things, and yeah, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day we kind of just chilled at home, and we did go to a Christmas Eve service, and that was really fun. So yeah, but today I wanted to come on here and just talk to you all a little bit, because I thought I would show you, or well, explain to you a little bit about how Christmas in California works as South Africans living in the US, because you know, it's I don't know, it's a little bit interesting. I did talk a little bit about Thanksgiving and what that looks like, and so I wanted to do Christmas because I did Thanksgiving last year, and we kind of explained a little bit about how we found our rhythm and how we blended the different traditions and stuff, but I didn't do a Christmas chit chat with you guys about it. So yeah, and for anything that I don't cover in this video, there are some things I did talk about in a previous video, which is like holiday season chit chat or something like that. So you can also go check that out. And I talked about some other things in there as well, but I didn't specifically do a Christmas video and how we handle Christmas. And I feel like my mother and I have finally found sort of a rhythm with how we do things. So I wanted to share some of that with you guys and just tell you what it looks like, because I don't know, after 6 years of being here, we have finally found something that works, and I think it works. So yeah, stay tuned for this video. Let's get into it. So as I've mentioned in a couple of my other videos, one of the main differences between having Christmas in California and Christmas in South Africa is the weather. So for South Africa, it was always really hot, so it was more of a beach vibe. We went swimming and all of that stuff. And here it's more of a cozy Christmas because it's really cold. And even though it doesn't snow here specifically, it still gets pretty chilly. So we have a nice, warm, cozy, sort of fireplace vibe Christmas. And that's been pretty fun, actually, to kind of do and get used to and everything like that. So yeah, the second thing that is a lot different, and we have been working on finding our rhythm with that, and I think we found it, and we're really happy with what we do with that now, and that is food. So my mother has always tried to make a blend of our South African traditions and also American traditions, because, you know, so we can have both of it. And one of the things that we talked about in our Thanksgiving video was that you guys have turkey for Thanksgiving, we have turkey for Christmas. So what we ended up doing, because, you know, we don't do Thanksgiving, is we didn't do Thanksgiving in South Africa, so obviously, you know, we had the turkey for Christmas, is so we have the turkey for Thanksgiving, and so we had to find a meat that we could have for here for when it's Christmas here, and we both picked lamb, which is traditionally something that we make in South Africa. And South Africans, you know, we have a lot of lamb. I found out when I came here that it's definitely not an American thing. You guys do ham. Someone joked to me about lamb versus ham, and it was very funny because, you know, it rhymes and everything. But yeah, so we have lamb. So we made lamb this Christmas, and we didn't actually have ham, but we had lamb and we had some pork, and we also made bread pudding, which is kind of more of one of the South African puddings. You guys don't really do bread pudding here, or at least I don't think so. But we also had cake. So yeah, and everybody does cake. So that was really fun. We were able to find a balance with that, and, you know, then obviously we had veggies and potatoes and everything like that. So that was something that we had been trying to figure out, and I think we played a little bit with different meats over the years and different types of things. I think one year we had too much meat. We tried to make too much meat, and that didn't go as well. I think it was like the first year we tried it, and then the second year we were, I think, a little bit better, and I feel like this year we got it down packed. So that was fun, and you know, it's all about a learning curve, and it's just a process. So we figured it out. And yeah, I think one of the other main things, and probably something I noticed a little bit more this year than I have in the previous years for some reason, I don't know why that is, because it's been happening every year, but is the fact that we have to also make time for phone calls. And I know, obviously, you know, I think a lot of people do that to an extent where they have family in different states or out of town or anything like that, and so you have to kind of call them for Christmas. But when you live, so as somebody who, you know, lived pretty close to everybody, or like relatively close in the sense that we would go to family for Christmas, we now live thousands and thousands of miles away, and also in different time zones. So having Christmas calls is pretty interesting, because my mother was on the phone with somebody and they had just finished their Christmas dinner, and she was in the process of making our Christmas lunch. And I was talking to my bestie Ompile, and she had her entire Christmas day already. It was done, and I was being informed of all the delicious food that they had all had. And we were in the process of making our food, and so it was nice. But we did get to hang out for a bit on the phone, which was really, really cool. She accompanied me while we, you know, got everything settled in terms of getting the food together, putting things away, all of that stuff. So that was really nice, but it was pretty interesting because we had to make time for those things, and those things will typically, for us being in California and them being in South Africa, they'll happen in the morning, especially if they want to call us, because Ompile said, you know, I'm going to call you when it's Christmas on your side. And so that would be in the morning for me, but in the evening for her, so her Christmas was already finished. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and it's about finding a rhythm. I feel like this year went pretty well. I was able to virtually spend a little bit of Christmas with the bestie for a little bit, and that was really nice. And I don't know, I think overall we found a balance of how we do things. And we also have a bunch of American traditional things that we've picked up. My mother, I think I mentioned this in another video, but my mother has become really a real Christmas person since we came here. She has the matching sweaters, as you will have seen. She likes the matching Christmas PJs and all of that stuff. She loves putting up the tree, and it's really nice. It's really nice to see her kind of get into the Christmas spirit. But yeah, we basically just did that. We had a really lovely Christmas. We stayed in our PJs. We watched a ton of Christmas movies and all the good stuff. We had a bunch of food. I think we still have a bunch of food left. But we had a bunch of food, we had a bunch of desserts, and we just had a good time and spent time with each other. And I hope that everybody else had a good Christmas or a happy holiday, whichever one it is that you celebrate. And I want to say this is my last video for the year. The next time you see me, we will be in 2025, and that's crazy to think about. But it's been a lovely, lovely year with all of you, and thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below any traditions that you guys have, holiday traditions, anything like that. Just anything. How was your holiday? How was everything going? Just comment down below anything, as well as any videos you might want to see from me in the coming year. I'm very excited for 2025, and I will see you all next year. Bye!